Jimmy Smith here with us. Jimmy, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, always good to talk to you. Congrats, Hall of Fame semifinalist again for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well deserved, man. I mean, the Hall of Fame is well deserved in our opinion. How do you feel about your
Yes.
chances this year to at least advance to the finalist stage? What's the sense that you have?
Well, it feels good, advancing to the semifinals. It's farther than I've ever been. I've been nominated every year, so it feels good to make it to the next level. So a lot of promise there. Still got a lot of receivers on the list, so it's like a bottleneck at the wide receiver position. But we're all Hall of Famers, and when you ask me, I'm just happy to be nominated amongst the best.
Jimmy, have you had the opportunity yet to meet Travis Hunter? I mean, from the time that he committed to your alma mater there at Jackson State up through today, have you had the opportunity to ever meet him?
Yes, I met him on a recruiting trip at Jackson State, and not knowing, who he was or how good he was, for him to sign with Jackson State, when he's the number one prospect in the country was huge, and it was huge for HBCUs. It was huge for my alma mater, and the blueprint that he left along with Shador and Coach Primes. That's why my team, my alma mater, is number one in the country now.
Nice.
What are your thoughts on Hunter trying to play both sides of the ball in the NFL?
Well, I love it, and the fact that he's playing both sides of the ball for the Jaguars. Jaguars need it, and I've liked the way they've eased him in the situation. And now we're at a point to where we're 4-3, and we need bodies, we need playmakers on both sides of the ball. We have no choice but to play them. And with the way that our passing game has looked, and the disappointment that that we're all going through with BTJ not living up to what he did the last 5 games of the season last year, we need him as a number one receiver now. And I think he's primed and ready for it.
Jimmy, we'll get into specifically Brian Thomas here in a minute, but drops have been an issue with him, but they plagued this entire pass-catching group. Maybe not every single person, but there's enough to go around with Parker Washington, De'Ami Brown. How do you stop that? These guys are capable of catching the football. They're professional athletes. They wouldn't have made it this far. How does this happen to these kind of slumps, and how do you snap players out of it?
Put them on the bench. That's exactly how you do it. That's
but what if you got multiple guys?
Keenan.
What if you got 2 or 3 guys in the wide receiver core that are all having drop issues?
Well, I think this is the thing. We're going based, with this coaching staff coming in here, Coach Coen. I love him to death. He's got to move the pieces around that best fits this offense, and I think that's what we've been seeing these last few weeks. You don't really know if who's the starter or who who's going to be the guy. So I think we're spending these first 7 weeks and trying to put the puzzle together.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop it. I mean, if you're talking about something in practice or something dealing with coaches, what I see is, guys, I just see basic fundamentals. Basic fundamentals. Your stance. You've heard me talk about that before. Your stance is the most important thing in football. You're coming off the ball for 4 quarters, hard. Coming off the ball. Those are just basic fundamentals. Keeping your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage at the top of your route.
And you're not seeing that with these guys.
No, not at all. It's terrible. I hate it. It drives me crazy on game day when I see somebody standing up at the line of scrimmage and not coming off the ball, not putting pressure on the defensive secondary. So the defensive secondary is now playing on their toes instead of playing on their heels. It opens the entire offense up, even the running game.
Has that been an issue in throwing timing off? Because I've seen some of your critiques
Yes.
on social media, right? Like
Yes.
like BTJ doesn't
Yes,
look
if
like
you
he's
don't-
exploding off the ball.
If you're not coming off the ball to begin with, how are you going to get there in time enough when you're supposed to be? You know, if you're not coming off the ball, see, the quarterback's holding the ball ready to throw it to you. One thing, that offensive coordinators say, Norv Turner said this in Dallas. Jimmy, if you see Troy Aikman throwing you the football, chances are you've done something wrong. Kevin Gilbride told me the same thing when our first couple of years in Jacksonville. If you see Mark Brunell throw you the football, chances are you've done something wrong.
And
You're not coming off.
What does that mean? Because you should be just reacting to the ball coming to you, or what is it? You're looking in the backfield?
Ball in the NFL. Yeah, in the NFL, the ball is thrown to a spot they call honey holes. And it's up to the receiver to do whatever he can do to get to those honey holes at the right time.
Jimmy, there's
On
never
deep
been.
balls,
Go ahead, Jimmy.
on deep balls, when you line up and run a go route, when me and Mark lined up, I knew Mark Brunell was throwing the ball between 35, 36, maybe 37 yards downfield. 4 yards away from the sideline. That's where the ball's coming down at. I knew that. Mark knew that. Everybody knows that. So it was up to me to do whatever I had to do, whether it was releases or whatever. I knew that I had to arrive at that spot downfield because that's to meet the ball. It was my job to get the ball. It's a wide receiver.
Jimmy, there's been no one that's worn a Jaguars uniform that is more qualified, probably to answer this kind of question. But you mentioned a few moments ago that maybe Travis Hunter needs to be the number one for this football team with what we're seeing from Brian Thomas Jr. to this point this year. What does it mean to be a number one wide receiver in the NFL?
That you win every play. And what I've been seeing when I run back film, the one that's winning every play is Travis Hunter. He's winning every play. You have to win regardless of coverage. That's what it means to be a number one receiver. It's called, as guys call it, we win off the muscle. Regardless of what coverage you're facing or whether it's a blitz, a hot, or whatever, you win. 10 out of 10 times, that's your job, to win. And if you're not doing that, you're not number one, period.
Jimmy, what role does Trevor Lawrence have in the passing game struggles? Like, I mean, we all know it's not all on one person, right? It's not all on Brian Thomas, not all on Parker Washington, not all on the offensive line or Trevor Lawrence. It's a combination. But what have you seen good from Trevor, and what do you see from Trevor that needs to be improved?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen some good things from Trevor, and I've seen some new things from Trevor. And I can understand Trevor more than I can understand anything else. You know, when he's sitting back there waiting for a receiver to get open, I feel sorry for him because he doesn't have time to sit back there all day. Mm-hmm. Trevor is our quarterback, all right? He's not going anywhere. He's going to be here. So, and then in defense to Trevor, I'm defending Trevor. He's had 3 or 4 coaches, man. He hasn't had a chance to settle down and get some stability with an offense because he hasn't had a coach for more than 2 or 3 years.
Jimmy,
that's what I see.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the functionality of Liam Coen's offense? You've talked about the guys and the receivers need to do a better job working within the offense, but what are your just thoughts overall, Liam Coen, as the first-year head coach here and the kind of offense that he wants to run?
I like it. Because, until defenses the opposing defenses get film on you, you know, but I like his play design. I like how he's getting guys open. I like his good mix of run and pass. I love it. I love what Liam Coen is doing as far as the offense. Guys just got to step up.
So what do you think?
Consistently.
Yeah, well, and they haven't, but you know, there is some newness here, but they are 4-3, and they have not played their best football for the last couple games. We're well aware of that, right? But they still are at 4-3. and they have a chance to turn things around, get it rectified, back on the winning path. What do you see over the remaining 10 games of the season likely to happen for the Jacksonville Jaguars?
It can go really good or it can go really bad. My hopes are for them to continue to feel, to put the pieces of the puzzle together. We're not just because we beat Kansas City don't make us there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue to build this team, continue to get better. Move some guys around, find out what position suits them best, find out what routes or what plays they execute the best, find out what they don't do so good. Also, he's learning the team, and I think he's doing an awesome job being at 4-3. Should be 5-2. We shouldn't have lost to Cincinnati.
Right.
But that's another story.
Given the way
he's still. Go ahead,
Jimmy. You were finish your answer.
No, go ahead. I lost my thought.
It's all good,
you
man.
can tell I'm kind of hyped when
I
I'm
understand.
passionate when I talk about my Jaguars,
I hear
especially
it.
the receiving corps.
Yeah. Given the way the first 7 games have gone, what are your expectations for Brian Thomas Jr. over the last 10?
My expectations, I don't know. I really don't. You don't see. I don't see this often. Guys not coming off the ball.
Is that the
Somebody
number one
gotta
thing?
call it out.
What's the number one thing he needs
Yeah,
to correct?
the number one thing, man. The number one thing is just plain and simple. Get your stands down and come off the ball for 4 quarters. Period. Don't even worry about catching no passes. Just come off the ball for 4 quarters and make sure you block. I guarantee you we'll have a better offensive performance with the stands down, coming off the ball for 4 quarters hard, like Travis Hunter is beginning to do. Travis Hunter is coming off the ball. Look at the film last week. They come off the ball.
If you had to say what you think the identity of this football team is right now, Jimmy, what do you see it as?
I don't even think they have an identity yet. What about you? Let me ask yourself the same question. What do you think?
We have asked ourselves, and I don't think they do either.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they've tried to establish one, but I don't think they've been consistently good enough at any one thing. It was a defense that was opportunistic, taking the ball away, but sometimes the ball finds you, and that has not been what they've been for the last couple weeks. No. So you can't always count on the wave of turnovers. They want to be a running team. They haven't run it well in recent weeks, or at least not at a great volume. I don't know. They're a team that's above 500, and I guess that's good enough for right now. But how would you like to see them establish an identity? Would you like to see them be that team that can run it whenever they want, or they're known for their defense? I mean, what would you like their identity to be based on the personnel they have?
Right now, they're known for the defense. With the way that Lloyd has been playing, he's been playing lights out, and it's good to see him do that because he's been on the bad end of a lot of bad play the previous years. Can we all agree? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now look at him. Now see, everybody needs to do that. Everybody do that. Have just a all out play like this is the last year of your contract. That's what it is. Contract year. Everybody need to play like they on a contract year. Play hard. Just play hard. See, when I played, we had a bunch of ass kickers out there, guys.
We saw it.
We kicked ass. Yeah. We were bullies. We wasn't getting bullied. Even me and Keenan. I wish he would try to bully me and Keenan. We didn't play that crap.
Do you think this team is as physical as they need to be?
No.
Can they get there? Is that more attitude or talent?
It's their attitude. That's a good question there. It's your attitude.
All right. Well, we know where you stand on some of these things. What has it been like for you expressing your opinion on social media and getting pushback from some Jag fans who feel like when you criticize the team that you're, I don't know, overstepping or whatever? They don't want to hear that kind of stuff. How have you reacted to that kind of feedback that you've gotten?
I guess they for those who don't like what I'm saying, just unfollow me like Brian Thomas did. How about that? Because I think I've earned the right. Somebody got. I'm not going to sit back and not say nothing.
And we've all got the right. You actually have the position that you're coming from that actually has reason to believe that you know what you're talking about. So,
well, I feel like as far as one of the as a franchise leading receiver, I've set the standard for receivers. Now I haven't, I feel like coming. I was all in on Brian Thomas.
Hey guys, Dylan Denmark here. Thank you so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube. Before you click away, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to check out our other team-specific channels on the 1010XL network on YouTube.